Shalom. Call halal YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone and apostles, which I learned this truth from. Shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work, to the 144,000 elect. This one is going to be about Israel and the attack that just happened. That's over there. They're rising up. Hopefully, this is the beginning of their judgment.
More than 7.
Turning to developing news.
Okay, Salaki. The book of Joel, chapter 3, starting at 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up from the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And it's because over in Jerusalem right now, we're not there. That's the reason why they're having all this war. Because our brother Ezekiel told us what would happen. Over there right now, the land is given into the Gentiles around it. See, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 4. Let's do 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Because the people over there right now are the Edomites and Ishmaelites fighting it out for Israel. That's why they're at war. But here's what happened. Hopefully this is the beginning of the war for them, and then we could be liberated.
That we've been following this morning, Israel's Security Cabinet officially declaring Israel is at war. We're learning Israeli's Strategic Affairs Minister has said Americans are being held hostage by Hamas fighters. The minister declined to estimate exactly how many Americans specifically could be held. Israeli Defense Forces officials say this is the most devastating attack to hit the state of Israel since it was created 75 years ago. The fighting between Israel and Hamas continued overnight with more rocket fire exchange, and we've seen an all-hands response from Washington. ABC News reporter Liz Landers is in D.C. with the latest. Liz.
Good morning, Zach. As you mentioned, Israeli authorities are now confirming that there are more than 100 civilians and soldiers that are being held hostage currently by Hamas. A second day of intense fighting continues between Hamas and Israeli military forces following air, land, and sea attack by Hamas during the pre-dawn hours of Saturday, which has claimed hundreds of lives and thousands of injuries on both sides. It's the first time in 50 years Israel has been surprised by attack. Hamas
the Ishmaelites got Esau shook over there.
Occupation of
they calling in the U.S. The Navy to help protect them.
Netanyahu responding to Hamas, saying that, quote, Israel will settle the score. In Washington,
they got an excuse to go to war.
And President Biden both condemned the attack. Mr. Biden spoke by phone Saturday with Netanyahu and addressed the nation, offering full U.S. support.
Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has been working the phones with his counterparts in the Middle East and elsewhere to try and de-escalate the situation. Meanwhile, the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, while not having specific intelligence indicating a threat to the U.S., have issued a public safety notification to law enforcement nationally, urging them to remain vigilant. And an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council is being held today in New York City. This comes as diplomats worldwide are concerned that the conflict between Israel and Gaza right now could spill over into other parts of that region.
Because they shook. And that's why they got to get the United Nations in on it, to help protect them. And, the Jewish people, man, they're going to let loose everything, just like how they started collapsing all them buildings over there. Yeah, it's going to get bad over there. And the only reason why it's bad over there is because they're not the people. When we go back over there, there'll be peace. All right, guys. Shalom.